surprised. He said, wow. He want to be surprised. Wow, you know, like, yo, I ain't never experienced nothing like that in my life. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostle, elders, and soul who taught us the truth, honors and salutations to the elect, to the men that died doing the work, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, for the Son of our spirit, to the men, women, and children that believe in the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists, the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. He's coming to deliver us in this captivity that we're in. Alright? He is the deliverer. He is to be. He is salvation. Alright? Because he told you that many and many, many times when you read through the gospel. Alright? You got to be back out here on the highways and hedges again. The Church of Philadelphia, man. Coming out here to prophesy the downfall of Babylon according to the scriptures. And according to the way that it should go tonight, should I say. It's a heavy day in Babylon. Babylon, you got Philadelphia. It's in Babylon, but it's supposed to be a hunter's moon. All right? We look at these things as Armageddon. So we look at these certain things and it's signs of the times, man. You know? We all in the signs of the time. Just like going back into ancient, when Yahweh Shah was walking the earth, what happened? They wanted to know, yo, Lord, no, he can't speak about the gospel. Alright? He can't speak the gospel. And back then, the apostles, the disciples, the apostles, they wanted to know when the end times would come. Lord, you telling us this now. When are these things going to happen? And guess what? You go into the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. And it shows what? You know, which we in right now. First scripture I'm going to bring out, Psalms chapter 104, starting at at verse 1. It says, bless Yahweh, O my soul, O Yahweh, my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty. Who covers thyself with the light, with the garment? Who covers thyself with the light as with the garment? Who stretches out the heavens like a curtain? Who led the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. You know? So when you think about this, like, yo, that's real power. Everybody out there that says they have power, they got this, they got that, they don't got none of that. Compared to this power that we're reading about right now, and then into today, like the Lord, like you got your I don't even like to say holy things. You got your holidays. What's coming up next? Halloween. Yo, Halloween is all about death. But the Lord is like, yo, a hunter's moon in October. He letting you know who's in control. The real hunt is about to begin. Alright? But anyway, keep reading. It says, verse 4. It says, who maketh his angels who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. And yo, did not you have the apostle, who was the apostle of God? I didn't even get a chance to check out the video like that. I looked at the title, and it said, yo, you better check the fire. Check the, what was that? It said, something like that. You gotta check it. Because you got men, and we at the time when the Lord is G-checking a lot of you people, man. He's G-checking. You got to know when, you have to know when the Spirit is speaking. All right? You got to know when the Spirit is speaking. Because right now, it's at the time where the Lord is like, yo, are you really about me? The fakes from the real ones, and we've been saying this for a long time, man. You know? You go through your ups, you go through your downs. Your hardships. It's supposed to be like that because when you get into the kingdom, that's the reason why it's like that. Yo, you'll be a righteous judge. You'll be able to judge things righteously. And all you got to do is turn back to the scriptures. Don't speak out your own mind. And the Lord is showing you everything, man. Yo, you wanted to front on him? Okay, you front on him. Cool. Not cool, but cool. Because the way everything is set up here, everything has a time, everything has a place. Everything has an expiration date. Everything has a date to be raised up. He created the earth, man. The whole universe. He created all that. So you got, everything is set up and it's perfect timing. And you got certain seeds of plants here that try to jump on another plant's time. It's not going to work. But going back, let's get back at it. It says, who maketh his angels spirits? His ministers a flaming fire. We're supposed to be out here on fire. When you come out here in these highways and hedges, this ain't just something, matter of fact, this guy, Jay-Z, looking at it. And this is going into, here you go. This is going into Jay-Z said, young bulls like fire trails, false alarm. And when it say, I'm going to read that again. Psalms 104:4. It says, who maketh his angel spirits? Because your spirit is what? Complete energy. It's burning, it's on fire. Your spirit, when you pass away and go to the spirit world, you on fire. Because you know who you are. You can't go, this flesh is death. Alright? This flesh is death. Alright? It says, who maketh his angel spirits, his ministers a flaming fire. So his ministers, who's the ministers? His prophets. The ones that out here on the highways and hedges. Speaking to you. Week in and week out prophesying a downfall of this place. Because what else do we have here? What else do we have here? We don't have nothing. Nothing. Whatever you thought you had, you don't have. Because it could disappear, we dust in the wind. Then when the nuclear missiles drop, and you look at the mushroom cloud, and everything, when that destroying wind comes, everything that's in the path of that, it gets evaporated, man. So what did you really have? But just because these people can see what's in front of them, they take that for face value. You got your husbands, you got your wives, you have your children. So when everything really pop off, guess what? You're going to turn it up. You ain't going to turn to your how about Shem outside, man. By Shem Dash. I can guarantee that. Because if you ain't turned to him now, why would you turn to him now? Right? Let's keep going. It says, Verse 5, it says, who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever. I'm going to read that again. Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever, man? So you really got, that's something you sit back and meditate on. Who put, what's that John Scarface? Who put this thing together, huh? Me. Who I trust? Who I trust? Me. That's who. That's what the Lord is telling you. Who could you compare to him? Who on these streets, anybody that's around you, who could you compare to him, man? These niggas is crazy. Because why they compare themselves, you can compare yourself to the next great basketball player, the next great football player, the next whatever, the rapper, the singer. That's all entertainment, that's murder. That's what you're out here for. Because while you're in captivity. But how can you compare yourself to the one that created everything? You can't do it. And if you're trying to do it, that's your ass, man. And we're not out here just, we're pleading with you, man. We're pleading. Get yourselves together. Turn back to the Lord, man. Talking to you Israelites. You niggas worship your children more than the Lord. And the Lord gave you your children. But you don't consider Job. Job lost everything. He lost his children. Only thing, the best thing that you can have in this world is your integrity. If you don't got your integrity, you don't have shit. But it says, going back in the book of Psalms, chapter 104, and 5, it says, who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever? Thou coveredest with the deep as with a garment, the waters stood above the mountains, man. So you really think about that, look at the look at the waters, like with going back to Noah when the flood came. Of course you had waters and all that, but the Lord covered the land with certain things. Now you go back in history and see certain mountains, they'd be like, this mountain is higher than this mountain. But it's underneath the fucking ground, underneath the water. When they really look at the heights of that mountain, man. This mountain is just it's higher than Mount Everest and all that. These niggas don't know what the fuck is going on. And they don't understand the extent of what's about to happen to this place. And that's why we out here week in and week out prophesying of the downfall of this place. Because we have to do that. If we don't, if the blood is on our hands, we don't. When you know about how much blood is coming to this place, you want to be clean, man. You want to be clean. Matter of fact, I'm going to bring out a classic scripture real quick. Just because this is the one I wanted to open up with. But just because the occasion, the Lord got the occasion for the moon be in a what? A hunter's moon. What we out here doing now? We out here fishing. Alright? We out here fishing. We're talking to you. We're speaking to you. And that takes patience. Any fisherman knows when you fish, it's patience. Any fisher. If you ever fish before, you know you have to have patience to fish. Even to the way that you put the bait on your hook, man. That's a lot of patience. Then you gotta throw the rod into the river. Sit back for hours, you might not catch nothing. Then you'll catch something that's unlawful, that's messed up, you gotta throw it back. The Lord knew what he was talking about. He was talking about everything. And these niggas is crazy as hell, man. Everybody want everything to be done so quickly. They don't have no patience. How about the Lord is long suffering? How about that? And as men, you have to be the same way, man. You know? So hopping into Jeremiah chapter 16, which is a classic scripture. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, therefore, this is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And yo, what are we doing right now? We're telling you, yo, the Lord Yahweh, get his name. You know, and we to the point right now, it's so deep right now, all we gotta do is tell you the name, man. The apostles, when you watch the apostles videos, they've been going over this stuff so much. Yo, they done told the scriptures so long, they just doing videos, man. You know? They doing videos. They quote a scripture, do this, that. Why? Because they already did it. Why they gotta keep going? It's repetitive. You gotta keep coming out here and telling you dumbass niggas the same thing. And you don't get it, man. And that's, yo, and this how long you niggas don't appreciate or respect the Lord. Because he always put his men out here, put his own son out here in front of your face. And what you niggas do, you disregarded him, man. You treated him like he wasn't nothing. Yo, he got the same flesh as me. But he came in the same flesh as you, what? To show you how to overcome. But you put yourself on the same level as him. Because guess what? It's levels in the spirit world. That's why the Lord told us to pray the Lord's Prayer. Thou, what did it say? Thou will in heaven as it is on earth. You know? Let your will be done on heaven as it is in earth. And we can touch on that too, man. But anyway, let me finish this. Because we're in the hunter's moon. The Lord is about to start hunting you disrespectful, fucking fucked up niggas, man. The Lord is about to come visit you. And he already started visiting this place. But anyway, back in Jeremiah chapter 16 and 14, it says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, Yahweh liveth, because we already know he do. And this is prophecy. So we ain't gonna have to come out here no more and tell you Israelites, yo, Yahweh is the power he lived off. This is going to the kingdom, man. You already gonna know that. Alright? It says that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And yo, what we coming into? The second Exodus. Now the men back then that was supposed to they get everything, they have it. They have the true correct doctrine. Why? Because they was there. Now you got to come out here and teach and talk to your people. You know, you got a lot of platforms now, man. You know, so don't never think that everything is important that you speak out your mouth, man. Because it all comes from Yahweh Ba'ashem outside. Ba'ashem Aracha Kodash. You know? It all comes from him. Every move that you make, everything, it comes from him. But it comes a time where you have to acknowledge, yo, that's him, man. He's doing all this, man. You know? Like the Apostle Gabar, when he made the video, and I haven't watched the video, but it said, the title was, the 2/3, basically. A lot of the 2/3 is going to know that they're Israelites. And it said, wow. And if you can't understand that concept, as me and the brother was talking about earlier, if you can't understand that concept, yo, the Lord not dealing with you, man. But Yahushua, he wasn't around the people that knew that they was Israelites. He was going all to them and showing his disciples, his apostles, who they supposed to go around. He even gave them specific instructions where to go to and teach him, and where not to go to. And he was around the wicked scribes and Pharisees, which he told you, yo, do what they say. As far as, because they knew the law. Don't get it wrong. The wicked scribes and the Pharisees, they knew the law, statutes and commandments. They was dead on it. But when it came to living it and like discernment, they had no idea, man. That's why Yahweh said Yahweh Shah. Because without Yahweh Shah, we'd all be dead, man. And that's our compassion from Yahweh on us. That's how much he loves his people. All right? Let's get back into this. It's a lot. But it says, but Yahweh living. Back in Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 15, it says, but Yahweh liveth. Matter of fact, I'm going to read it verbatim. All right? It says, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Come on, man. Man, that's where we at now. That's why the Lord got us out. That's why the Lord got us out of speaking to. Why? To show his power. Everything that happens around you is calculated. And you have to catch on to it. Yo, just like when Yahweh Shah was here, what did he do? He spoke in parables. Even to the point when he talked about Judas. He didn't even tell the disciples that. What he say? Yo, the one that dips his hand in this for me, that's going to be the one that's going to betray me. And he did it right in front of him. And then right after that, he said, yo, go do what you got to do and do it quickly. And the disciples, it happened so fast, the disciples, the other 11, because it was 12 and Judas was a part of 12, but now it turned to 11, their heads was fucked up. Because he spoke it and it happened right then and there. That's the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The power that he possessed. The power that he taught us that we're going to have. Lord's willing, we be a part of that number. Why? You just have to hold steadfast, man. Be steadfast. Hold your ground. Yo, Yahweh Shah on his ground. You got a lot of these bitch-ass niggas out here, man. You think Yahweh Shah had to deal with that? Constantly. Why do you think he always wanted to be alone, run away? You got the first spirit created, had to run away. And who he go to? To Yahweh. To speak to him. Satan fucked with his mind. But he knew he was over. But he was still in the flesh. That's why, man, listen. That's why he said the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. And that's Yahweh Shai. He came in the flesh to show us that. Going back to Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 15. Once again it says, but Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. And that's talking about what's about to happen. Oh, not being North America. Yahweh liveth. He's the one true living God. Yo. When you say God, Allah, power. That's where the Muslims get it messed up. They be like, yo, I serve Allah. Okay, that just means God. What's God's name? Because we are gods. We're Allah. And that's a Hebrew word. Dumbass niggas that don't understand that. Because it say, ye are gods, but you shall die like men. And are we not dying like men? Look what's happening in Philadelphia. Not even just Philadelphia, all over the globe, man. Israelites. His judgment's going to begin. Yo, it's wartime, man. We at wartime, man. This is a time of war. But these niggas still don't get it. They don't comprehend with their small ass minds. Why? Because the Lord has not gave them the spirit of discernment. They're blinded. And it's right in front of your face. But that's why when we get into our kingdom, we ain't going to have to teach us no more. We ain't going to have to teach us no more. Why? Because the Lord is going to destroy this place. And now you're going to know, like, damn, the ones that would have said when all the smoke clears, the last one standing, you're going to know. Then you shall know who my children is, man. Because they're going to be standing when the smoke clears. So they don't got to say shit. You're going to know who did it. Why? Because it's spoken of now. And them devils, man. Alright? It says, but Yahweh, matter of fact, I'm going to read it verbatim, back in Jeremiah 16 and 15, it says, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Oh, that's what y'all Christians call the rapture. You know? That's what y'all Christians call the rapture. The Lord is about to come, and this is prophecy that we're speaking about. The Lord is about to come and snatch his people up, his 1/3, his elect. Start with his elect. Though, of course, you're going to have to go through Jacob's trouble, because you have to be tried. Unlike the Christians believe, they be like, oh, well, before this happens, we're going to get, the Lord's going to come back, and then you're going to have 7 tribulation. Nah, you fucking asshole. Y'all going to be the main one here because what? You don't understand the Bible. And you have not been set up to be a teacher. All right? It says, here we go, verse 16. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of all the holes and of the rocks. All right, so the Lord is telling you right there, he set his men up out here. Let's talk. We talking. But just like a boxing match, what they say before they fight. They got all the publicity, hyping the fight up. This fighter saying this fighter saying that. But it all comes down to what happens in the ring. You know? That's who determines who's the champion. Who the one that's better than this man. And right now, these niggas in the talking stage. You know? They're in the talking stage. Matter of fact, how you know that? Let's go to Matthew 24. Alright? Which Yahweh Shah already warned us about. Yo, because listen, man, we are in a heavy time in history. If you don't believe it, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. Yo, the Lord's men is being shown more and more through their actions. Because the Lord, He controls everything. You know? He controls everything, all aspects of this life, everything that we out here doing. The Lord Yahweh controls all of that, man. There's nothing new under the sun. But it says humility before honor, man. You want to get that. But you don't know the level of humility that another man went through. Just like Yahweh, you read about it all the time. But if a man never lived that, it's just words to him. But when you live it, it becomes live. That's when you get to live life. Live life live. It becomes alive. That's why these words were spoken. But they're going to put you back in that same situation that you was in. Straight up. That's why he came, man. He came here to show you for these times, we in the last days. When it says the last days, because like me and the brother was talking about earlier, they give you a scenario. They be like, yo, you got the hate group. Yo, the Hebrew Israelites. GMS is number 2 on the list. The first group is KKK. That's what they give you, right? But underneath of that, they give you the KKK, and they give you GMS. But what they're not telling you is the reason why it happened. Why do y'all hate so much? Because your kingdom is coming to an end. So anybody speaking against it, you got a problem with it. So yeah, we would hate your fucking kingdom. Because we woke up in this bitch. Niggas is crazy, man. But matter of fact, we're gonna go to Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4 says, and Yahweh answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come. It said, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And a lot of men out here deceive. Now, like, yo, I was riding in the car with the other brother, you know, and yo, the whole thing about the MOT bit, you know, we've been telling you, start with the apostles. We've been telling you that the MOT bit, you know, the RF to the ID, micro to the chip. You know, we've been telling you that's the MOT bit. Right? Now all of a sudden you got other camps, other groups. Now they want to speak on it. But before, like, yo, what Nate said, or IUIC, it's June. Ain't no microchips. And one heavy point that you know, the apostle brought out. But one heavy point that the apostle brought out He brought out that the straw man for IUIC. Now, when you look at IUIC, their logo is in all capital letters. That's the straw man. That's a fictitious world. That world don't exist unless you make it exist, man. You know? So all things is coming out, man. We in Revelations to revealing. You know? Like we in front of the Bank of America. Everything in front of the Bank of America is all in capital letters. You know? Matter of fact, I'm show you. It's all in capital letters, man. You see that? So what's that telling you? Yo, it's all in capital letters. That's where your money and you trust. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I got that bank. So I put that bank in, I put my money inside of that bank, whatever. But at the end of the day, they the ones that's going into this whole they're moving forward with the MOT to the B, man. You know? They're moving forward with those things. Leading you into the casters and what's it called? Carbon. Matter of fact, you should have told me, bro. The carbon footprint. Yo, you breathe out carbon. That's what it gets you. Carbon. You got carbon dioxide. You got carbon monoxide. So now all they can do is just hit you. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, you did this. Oh, you breathed out that. You did this. Yo, you did too much. You know? But at the end of the day, it's all they're just trying to push that mandatory thing. But they're trying to push that mandatory MO to the TV, right? And when they do that, that's further moving us into the future. Yo, you got men that don't even come out here in the highways and hedges that you never seen, and they know about these things that's happening. And yo, they tired of it too. They like, man, Esau, just do what you gotta do. That's to the point we at. Esau, do what you have to do. Because you get tired, man. All them threats and everything. Somebody keep threatening you so much. You like, man, well, what the fuck is you going to do? You know? When somebody threatens you so much, it's like, you like, nigga, just come on. But yo, they want you to react like that. But that's how much patient we are, man. We fall back and chill. Keep threatening us. Keep trying to come around. Intimidate. You look crazy. All you're doing is just putting yourself out there, exposing yourself even more. No? Rambling. Verse 5, it says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Messiah, and shall deceive many." And a lot of people right now has been deceived. Going back to what I said about Nate. It's June. Ain't no microchips. You've been saying this for a while. Now the microchip is out here. So what's your next step? What can you say? This is a chess game. The Lord sets you up. This is a big ass board that we on. Then the Lord moves all your pieces. Y'all, we a piece on the chessboard. You know, like Public Enemy said, we all pieces in one big chessboard. So the Lord moves you and lets that happen. You know? But it says, verse 6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So we're hearing about Russia. Yo, what it say? It's 27 wars going on right now. Proxy wars. 27. But what you hear about Russia, Ukraine, you hear about Japan, Taiwan, North Korea, and all that. But the underlying meaning is you already in World War III. You just don't know it. Because the people, why do you think they're not telling you about a famine on a high level? Because you niggas are bug out. Start ransacking and going crazy. They're not ready for you to do that yet. When they're ready for you to bug out what's in control and they got everything set up, then they're going to allow it to happen. But as far as right now, they're not letting it happen. But guess what? That's all the spirit of fire. Abbasim outside, man. Basim Arachak Wadas. Alright? It's all in his power, it's all in his will. And if you think you're trying to be slick, you ain't out slicking nobody. The Lord has you when at the risen. Just like Judas. When Judas thought he was doing something, the Lord already knows. You know? So it's nothing to fear here. But you niggas fear death, man. You know? But it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You know? It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. What you seeing now. You know, you got famines coming on here, which we're telling you about. Yo, matter of fact, the brother sent me a video of the Whole Foods. Now Whole Foods, that's a store, that's a market that's in like the suburban areas. So that's a great you know, you're supposed to get the best of the best. You know, in the suburbs, when you move from the hood to the suburbs, you're doing good, so to speak. And so when you see their shows completely empty, and yo, guess what? They got the money, they got the means to do that because they hear things first. So of course they're going to run in there, but what they do, they keep you niggas fucked up and blinded. So now once they bought up everything, what they going to start doing, coming to your neighborhoods and buying things so that you can't buy it. Because why they got the money to do it? Why you niggas still like, oh shit, well, you know, I'm going to just buy for today and then tomorrow I come back. You come back tomorrow, it's nothing new. Because they done bought everything up, man. You know? We're seeing, man, always gotta be in the midst. Wherever you go. But seeing has no authority there. Oh, matter of fact, keep going. Start hearing all the sirens and everything, they rushing to the scene and all that. That's about to stop. Going into what? Well, Chicago. Now Chicago is that's a murder capital. I don't care what nobody says. Chicago murder rate is crazy. And it always been like that. They got the gangs between even Chicago is so crazy. You have men that's over there in California. They respect Chicago. I'm talking about gang banging ass niggas. They call that shit Chirac. And you look at California, you like, well, damn, y'all niggas got all these gangs, but they call Chicago Chirac, which is a heavy ass, you know, that's a heavy ass gangland, man. You know, heavy. But it's a heavy ass gangland and all hell, like yo, when all hell breaks loose, like you see the cops running, yo, you gonna have niggas driving in them, having fun, going on the lights. You gonna think the cops coming to save your ass? Nah, it's a nigga coming to kill your ass. That's how real it's about to get out, and real fast. If the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaRachak is not working with you, it's over for you. And we're in a time of war, man. Yo, your own president even said this is the highest point of nuclear warfare they had since what? The Cuban Missile Crisis? You know? Since the Cuban Missile Crisis. And you dumbass niggas still walk up and down here like this place not going to get destroyed, and we still out here telling you that. So guess what, man? And yo, the Lord is shutting it down, slowly but surely. Slowly but slowly. He's taking his men off, slowly, 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 slowly. Going back to the apostles, man. Back in, what, the 80s? 90s? You know? The high priest Iquab and all that. You was out there 8 hours. A job, because this is a job. You was out there 8 hours, man. And brothers can even contest to that. That know the apostles, when they was out there in the early 2000s, you know? When they first hopped on YouTube and all that, brothers was out there all day. All day long. Why? Because that's your job. It's true. But back in Matthew, finish this up, Matthew 24 and chapter 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Of all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All these things gotta happen. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. So all these things happening right now is the beginning of the end. But guess what? It tells you in the scriptures too. Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning of them that follow. This is it's like, yo, as the scriptures, it's bittersweet. It's a bitter time because you're like, damn, because you're in the first, like, oh man, look. But it's sweet because, yo, listen, you know that your kingdom is coming. It's bitter because you don't know if you are part of the elect. You don't know that. You're in hopes. You're supposed to be in that spirit. Praying to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Ba'ashem HaRachak. You want that mercy. But everybody walking the street, they don't want no goddamn mercy, man. They just want things to go back to normal. Which is not ever going to happen, man. So if you're in that mindset, guess what? You're in the wrong mindset. And the Most High, that's why you little niggas out here is dying on a high level. And they're younger and younger, man. 14, 17, 13. catching all these bodies. The Lord is ending this place, man. And if you can't see that, man, I don't know what to tell you. The Lord is not dealing with you, man. You know? You got a scripture, bro? Because the Lord telling you, you don't gotta believe it. The Lord knows your spirit. He knows who He created inside of you. This is the time for self-reflection. Look inside of yourself. Which a lot of niggas ain't doing, man. And that's why we what? The book of Matthew.
Back to Chip.
Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 32:7. It says, the instruments also of the drill are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with loud words, even when the needy speaketh right.
Yo, Gun, listen. That's what happened. Yo, read that again, brother. Baba Prashad. That goes into your yakada, man, your jump shot. Because now look what you're starting to see. A lot of those people, everybody say, I thought it just started happening in China. Them boys turning around and just dropping dead. You are experiments out here, man. You are a game to these elite. You are a game. You're nothing. Yo, you gotta get Baba Bashar, bro. Baba Bashar.
Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the drill are evil. And that word drill,
Well, bring it up. Bring it up.
It goes into basically a wicked man.
Right. Break it down.
A scoundrel. Scoundrel.
Yo, and they got a song they got a song. Yo, Ja Rule the Damage. Dirty Rotten Scoundrel. A dishonest or unsubmissive person, a rogue. That scoundrel sets a bad example for the other young men. Con. You know? Yo, you gotta get Baba Prashad. That's what they doing now. Cause they set a bad example for what? This whole society. Because they're in rulership. So they're supposed to do that. And now it has our people. Now our people, they became the wickedest of the wicked. So that example that was set for them, even going back, you go to the book of Kings, First Kings, Second Kings, and back in history, Judges and all that, man. When our people, what we do, we went off, we started following other gods. You know? So that's why you think it talks about when Jeremiah was on the scene, man. And he told you about cutting out you cut out this tree and you set up. Because he was telling, he saw our people serving other gods, man. Yo, King David did that shit, man. King Solomon did that shit, man. But they were men of the Lord. Don't get it twisted. They were men of the Lord. But that's how you know we in the flesh. And it's that easy because the elect sins are forgiven. You know, because you'll have a man like, oh, he said King David, he did that. No, yeah, he did. But was he a man of the Lord? Yes. Why? Because he repented daily. He begged the Lord, man. Because it was the spirit that was created in that man. But you would have a wicked ass man that'll try to justify that. Well, you know, he went on so I can go on. No, you're not supposed to go on. We're computers, man. We're computers, we're programs, for everything that's inside of us, the Lord already programmed to do what you're supposed to do, or do what you're doing now, man. You know? But you got dishonest men. Why would they say dishonest men? That word right there is heavy. Because you got, look at here, we out here in Temple. You got men that went to a lot of colleges, they go to this college, that, that. You know what I'm saying? Searching for their way, man. You know, they're searching for their way, but guess what? They have been deceived. They've been deceived. To what? To follow after this place. To follow after the ways of this world. Because that's all they know. Well, the Lord can bring you right up out of that. Everything is just for his glory and for his justification. And for his edification. All right? Go ahead, brother.
Isaiah 32:7, the instruments also of the churl are evil.
The instruments of the churl are evil. So everything that this man does is evil. Which we just went into the word of the churl. Everything that this man does is evil. Alright? And if you believe in it, the jump shot, what I call it the Yahadah, you got the MO to the TB. This evil, all evil. Why? Because evil is something bad. It goes against, and I'm talking to you Israelites, it goes against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Ba'ashem Avachak. But people quick to, they so stuck in this place that's all they know. Like that song from what's the name? Beanie Sigel, The Ghetto. This is all I know. So they throw your dumb ass in the ghetto. That's all you know. You don't know the Lord, and this nigga even went into it. Mama's searching for the answers in her Bible page. That's what you're supposed to do. Because everything that come out that book is for learning, understanding, for rebuke and everything. And that's what the elect go by. Go ahead, bro.
I looked up the word instrument.
Come on, bring it out.
It says, implement, utensil.
Yeah, implement. Implement.
Of hunting or war.
And what is... Brother, bring that out again. Baba Percent.
Going into the word instrument, implement, utensil of hunting or war, tool, yoke.
But listen, and guess what? We out here tonight in Philadelphia, right? And if you can look it up for yourself if you think I'm lying. It was called the Hunter's Moon. Hey, how you feel? Can I ask you a question? Have you ever heard of a Hunter's Moon? Hunter's Moon. You know how you see the moon every day? Yeah. It's called a Hunter's Moon. Yeah. And that's tonight. When you look up in the sky, you see that real big, that moon. Bob and I saw it earlier. That's called a Hunter's Moon. And the Lord brings out the signs.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
No doubt. But it's a Hunter's Moon, right? And it says the instrument. What Esau do, he brings an instrument of death. You know, everything about Esau is death, man. You know? Everything. We gotta get that, that definition. Because that's heavy. And that's the spirit. Because right now we're in that a hunter's mood. That's why I brought out Jeremiah 16 and 16.
So the word for instrument, implement, intention.
Implement, because yo, what has to happen, I want to bring this out again, if I didn't say it before, but they have to implement the chip. The CH to the I to the P, the MO to the T to the B. They have to implement that before the destruction of this place comes. You know? And this is what, Isaiah?
Isaiah 32:7.
This is Isaiah. The prophet Isaiah speaking these things. So Isaiah, he already knew about the destruction of this place, man. You know? All the prophets, they were speaking certain things, they got glimpses of the future, which is now what we're standing in. So we're able to tell you because once reading through these scriptures and everything, we understand what's going on. We understand what's happening. The same way these people walking past and not paying no attention, they was doing the same thing back in their past lives. You know? We prophesied against downfalls of different places and kingdoms and all that. Yeah, the prophets did that. And that happened. But they also spoke about things that was happening about in this time because they didn't understand that they was going to be back here in this time. Which they right here. And that's why the Lord put the same spirit on them from back then. You jump in your own skin. You go back into the spirit world where you got a body already set up for you. You come back here into this place, you jump back in your own skin. Let's get it again. You know? You got it, bro. Slap.
Now, of hunting or war, a tool, equipment,
Damn.
yoke. Now, vessel.
Yo, we're vessels. We're equipment. There's some more on that, right? Because, yo. No, I mean on the scripture. That's what I'm at. Yo, grab when it says we're going to be as weapons, we're going to be the battle weapons. Because that's equipment. You know? We his equipment. We're the Lord's equipment, man. How you know that? Because when we come out here on the highways and hedges, we're equipped to do that. You know? The Lord said, listen, man, you're going to go out there, you're going to speak, you're going to prophesy, and that's it. No, now look. Now they want to come this late. They want to come start skateboarding. No niggas, man. You know?
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 20.
Bring it out.
Thou art my battle axe.
That's right.
And weapons of war.
See that? That's his battle axes, weapons of war. So when you go into Ephesians, the 6th chapter, right? Chapter 6, and if I'm not mistaken, start at verse 11, going down. But it talks about put on the whole armor. You know, just like if you play sports or whatever, right? You have to put on armor to guard it. Like right now, okay, it's football season. So when you go out to play football, you got to put on your helmet, Even a little bit lighter, they still put on something. You know? They put the helmet on. It wasn't as advanced as now. But going back to further than that, you gotta go back to what's that? The knights. You know, they doing that helmet, the whole body armor, the coat, their loins, the legs, and all that, man. Whatever type of how you say activity or war that you're going to, you have to be protected. Now we are spiritual warfare, but now it's going to come to the time where the Lord puts us out there to go at Esau. Well, we already going at Esau, but the same way they're going to try to attack us with their devices and everything, their instruments. Yo, the Lord's going to use us to come right back and combat that, man. It's called spiritual power. When Yahweh Shah was saying, Yahweh Shah controlled the wind, man. He controlled the sea. Matter of fact, he rebuked it. For you niggas that can't take rebuke and all that, how about, yo, Yahweh Shah rebuked the wind, man. He rebuked the seas. So if you can't take rebuke, anything, you're not a man of the Lord, man. And you don't deserve to have the powers that the Lord has set up for his name. Because Yahweh Shah was put in so much humility to come in. And guess what? His words is holding weight. Why? Because everything that he said back then is starting to happen right now. You know? Proud, man, but yo, you can't. I'm telling you, man, all these looks that you get when you out here, and yo, at the end of the day, the Lord is going to check on that. And guess what? It's well worth it. And he always got his men's back. You know? He always got his men's back. He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you, and I will not leave you comfortless. All right? Never.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead, brother. Bring it out. Go ahead, bring it out, brother.
What you
Whatever
mentioned,
you got, brother, bring it out, man.
you mentioned the spiritual powers.
Yeah, bring it out.
I had it down. This is Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them.
That's right. Go read that one more time, brother.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them.
Right. And yo, man, you got, it says, them that is feeble shall be as David. Now you got to look into with King Saul and everything, right? It said, King Saul slew his thousands, and David slew his tens of thousands. Go back to Solomon. I mean, Salaki, not Solomon. Go back to Samson. Yo, look how many men he put to death. Yo, just one instance, which is a major instance, when he took the jawbone of an ass, a donkey, which Yahweh Shah rode in on the donkey. You know, on the ass. But yo, Solomon took that. He took the jawbone, that's the mouthpiece, and whooped their ass. You know, when you think about that, that's the Lord speaking through that ass. Like not saying he speaks through the ass, but like, yo, the jawbone represents what? Your mouth. You speaking. Yeah, exactly. Yup, he made an ass out of it. And they had weapons, man, swords. All those things they had. But yo, Samson beat him down, man. I'm talking about beat him down to a pulp, man. These niggas got a gun and can't even hit their target. I don't even care if they went up on them. Got an instance, what, niggas shot 80 shots or something like that? And now I'm talking about, yo, that was West Philly. It was even 80 shots or something like that, and the man survived. He didn't even get hit not once. Because you niggas trusted Esau's blessing. You know? Y'all niggas is crazy as hell. Oh, snap. Shalom, bro. Y'all about to see what's up about the thought. You know? But they trusted these blessings, man. You know? Primo almost died. Yo, y'all Israelites, man, from tribe of Issachar. God's chosen people. They don't want to hear that, though. You know? It's cool. But yo, the most feeble. So think about, yo, Paul had a thorn in his side, which it doesn't even tell you. His thorn is a sickness, man. But that's how the Lord lets you know you're feeble with worms, man. We ain't in that state. The Lord said, yo, he said you are gods, but you will die like a man. You know? Zechariah was on that. He knew that. But these niggas, they can't even think that right now. You know? They think that they're over the Lord. You know? Matter of fact, brother, God, Zechariah, chapter 12, chapter 4. All these things happen for a reason, man. But yo, we at wartime, man. Yo, we at the end, man. The very, very, very end of this piece. Right?
Zechariah 10, chapter 10, verse 12.
12.
Chapter 10, verse 12. 12 and 10.
Nah, 12 and 1.
What?
It's
It's mentioned the strength.
No, bring up.
And I will strengthen them in the Lord.
Bring up.
Oh, so
That's the spirit.
Zechariah chapter 10, verse 12. And I will strengthen them in the Lord, that they shall walk up and down in his name, saith the Lord.
Damn, yo, that's the spirit. Because I come for another one. But that's the spirit. Yo, read that again, Baba Prashad.
God. Zechariah chapter 10, verse 12. And I will strengthen them in the Lord, and they shall walk up and down in his name.
That's right.
Saith the Lord.
That's right. And yo, he going to strengthen us. Because yo, the same way that these agents, this world seems to get more aggressive. Yo, what's this? We're in the year of turn up. So the same way that the Lord, these devils is turning up, the Lord got them turning up. Yo, he turning up his men. They're getting stronger. They're waxing stronger in faith. They're waxing stronger in belief. You know? And that's all a gift. And that, guess what? Those things was already instilled into those men from the beginning of time, man. Before the foundations of the earth was even established. Those things were established in those men. You know? So guess what? The Lord is just turning up even more. Just the same way you got these other spirits out here that's killing each other and doing all that. The Lord is setting up his men to turn up even a higher above that. And that's how you know that this is the truth and that you're in the truth, man. Because recently I just heard, man, like the other day, there were at least 5 people down in South Philly that I know got killed within a month's time. They all was dead. You know? And I know I would have been a part of that number if well, when I got the truth out, if I would have denied it, I'd have been laying right with him. I believe that my whole heart, man. And I keep confessing that, and I keep testifying to that. You know? Because the more and more I see it, though, man, the Lord, this is the truth. Islam, all that shit is dead. All these other religious practices and all that shit is dead, man. Because the truth has to come and shine. It has to show its light, man. And you niggas that oppose it, your expiration date is coming. It ain't too much longer that you're going to be walking these streets opposing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Arashak with Das, but he got you set up for that.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord for Israel.
See that, yo? It said the burden of the word of the Lord for Israel. And yo, this is a burden, but yo, matter of fact, let's get that word burden. Because yo, the burden is not heavy, man. Alright? We out here. Alright? So Zechariah 12:1, right? I just want to bring out that word burden. Because people, when they say, oh, this is a burden on you, right? Matter of fact, I don't even want to speak. What's that? 2? 1? Oh, 12. 12. All right, so this is Zechariah 12:1. I'm going to grab the word burden. All right. Bear with me. All right, here we go. It says, Masah. Dang, Masah. It says, low buried.
Masah.
It says Masah, right? He's the Messiah, right? So check it out. He had a burden on him. Every prophet that comes out here, they have a burden on them. But it's for the good, right? It says load, right? You got a load, a bearing. You have to bear it. Bear your cross, right? It says a tribute. You have to, now you got the word, we got tribute. You have to contribute. What you contribute to, you contribute to your nation. All right? So your name is written. Like the things that we're doing now is going to be written in the kingdom to come. It's already being written. They're going to speak about those things. You know, the book continues. You think that, oh, we just coming out here, this is just, no, man. It's going to be spoken of in the kingdom because we're coming into what? The second Exodus, man. The same things that our ancestors had been doing, these wicked ass niggas and these hard-headed ass niggas, we doing it right now. Why? Because we in the same Steve. You know? The same Steve, man. Tony Hawk. But it says massive. And yo, check it out. Just damn. It says massive. It says no servant is greater than his master. Right? And what we say now, we like massive, massive. And we spell it then in the same way. M-A-S-S-A-W. But then we spell it M-A-S-S-A. Massive. Right? That's a burden, that's a tribute. Already says low bearing tribute, burden, lifting, low burden, lifting, uplifting, that to which it says that to which the soul lifts itself up. Bearing, carrying, tribute, that which is carried or brought or borne. Utterance, oracle, burden. Massive. Yo, there you go. Massive. M-A-S-S-A. Burden. A son of Ishmael. And we was and they was a master at one time too. You know? So it's a burden, but this burden right here is what? To uplift your people. Alright? It's to uplift your people. Yeah, it's a burden. Yo, the Lord had a burden, man. Because when you gotta come out here and deal with these hard-headed ass niggas knowing they're not gonna listen. Yo, you think Ezekiel ain't have a burden on him, man? And for him to come out and speak and all that, that was a heavy burden, man. You know? That was heavy. The man had to come and talk to a hard-headed people that wasn't going to believe what he was saying. You know? What you got, brother? What about this?
He says, Zechariah 21, the burden of the word of the Lord for Israel, saith the Lord, which stretches forth the heavens and laid the foundation of the earth and formeth the spirit of man within it.
See that, yo, it forms the spirit of man within us, man. The form of the spirit, it stretches out the heavens. And with all that, being something. By what? Speaking the word. Why do you think they want to put us to death now? From speaking words. You could go out here, you could be the most drug dealingest MFer on the planet. The most disrespectful, sodomitish, adulterous man on the planet. They're not going to come for you. But be upright and righteous and try to speak to your people and tell them the right thing, they're coming for you. And they go through heavy stints and lengths to try to hear what you're talking about. That's how you know, man. That's power. And that's a power worth following. They don't even understand that's really strengthening you up. Because if I come out here with a gun, illegal, and shoot a nigga, and now I'm chasing me, I'm running from you, you're the one in power. But if I come out here and speak the truth, and tell the truth and talk to my people, and I got you running, now who's in power? There's a lot more in that.
Now, verse 2. It says, behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about.
See that? Yo, read that again. Baba Bashan.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 2. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about.
Yo, what we doing? Yo, Jerusalem, that's us. Start with the elect, man. Everybody that's around us, they're trembling. All the people around about. Why do you think they send the fears? They doing this, they doing that? Because they're trembling. They really are in fear. The Lord hasn't given us a spirit of fear. Now, how you know a motherfucker really scared? They laugh a lot. They try to laugh it off. No, you would be scared. You know? Because these words are against you. Like the scriptures tell you, it's sharper than a two-edged sword. You know? It pierces through the flesh, the bone marrow, all the way to the spirit. Why? Because these words were in the beginning, man. They were in the beginning of time. In the beginning was what? The word. The word is what? Yahweh. So with the word start with Yahweh. So these words were spoken. Everything was spoken of before the Lord even created this place and gave Yahweh a blueprint to give to his men and all that, man. So everything you live in now, these people crazy because they trying to shut it down. Why? Because they try to rewrite history. Yeah. And they're paid. They pay millions and millions and billions of dollars, and yo, for playing basketball, football, rapping, all that. They pay all that so they can shut down the truth. Because they know it's about to stop. Their run is going to be up real soon. And they know that. So anybody that they can deceive and try to fool, they want to do it. You know? What you got, bro? Motherfuckers, man.
It says, when they shall be in the siege, both against Judah and against Jerusalem. Verse 3, and in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people.
See that? Yo, and that's what we are right now. We are to all these other nations. Going to the White House. Me personally, I'll put it up there. Fuck it. I was on Twitter reading certain, you know, because yo, everything is social media mobilizing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on there, I seen Kamala Harris say something. I seen Joe Biden say something. And I'm like, dang, I ain't get disrespectful. But they was like, yo, how things are raising up and this. I said, well, somehow our prophecy, I said, you can't deny prophecy. It's still going to happen, and this place is still falling. Prophecy is real. Not in those exact words, but along those lines. But if Jubani, I said, prophecy is real, this place is falling. You know? Next thing I know, I get because yo, they always try to send you a woman, man. A little nice looking woman, because they know you, they know everything about you. Why? Because they got all these sites and everything. They know what you look at, they know all that. You know, even if they they'll try to, what it say, every man has a price. You know? So they're gonna try to seduce you. You can't be seduced until falling for the. You can't be seduced until falling for a society that's already fallen. Hold your ground, man. Be grounded, man. You can't fall for this shit. But they're gonna send everything at you, man. Like your house shot. What happened when he was in the mountain, man? You gotta know who you are. That's why we read the scriptures and tell you, yo, we was around before the foundations of the earth. Yeah, Yahweh Shah was the first spirit ever created, and yo, he gave us everything that we need to know. So if you're here on this planet right now, you was here before this whole planet was even invented, before it was formed. And you got the word and you were able to read it. Why? Because the Lord had to speak it first. He had to speak it. So what the hell was there to die? Yo, man, we coming to a time, the Lord is turning his men up. We're in the year of turn. We're at the end of the year of turn up. And I was listening to Apostle Charles earlier, and yo, we got a quick glimpse. He was like, yeah, man, you know what? He said next year, he said 2023, the year of the purge. And he was talking about the Chicago thing. I was like, oh shit, that's funny as hell. You know, he said the year of the purge. That's Jacob's trouble. You know? The purge, World War III. The purge is what? Yo, you got, we're gonna keep going now, yo. World War III, a lot of death, man. A lot of death is gonna happen this winter, man. You people that took that jump shot, that jab that you thought that these people cared about you for, you're gonna drop dead. You got it, bro. This place, man, this place is done.
Let the word purge for you. It says they got a bunch of similar words to the word purge. Someone or something of an unwanted quality, condition, or feeling.
Yo, what's that? Unwanted quality or condition or feeling. That's talking about you Israelites here. And not just you Israelites, the rest of you, they call you useless eaters, man. You know, that's a purge. That's why they want to kill y'all niggas, man. And they allow you to kill each other because they don't give a fuck if y'all kill each other. Go ahead, bro.
There's similar words like remove, sweep out, clear out,
damn,
evict, eradicate, root out, weed out. Right? Remove a group or a group of people considered undesirable.
Right there. To remove a group or people considered undesirable. Yo, you Israelites are considered undesirable amongst this nation, amongst this people. Alright? And that's the word purge. And that's what they want. No, man, listen, it's about to go down. And matter of fact, they just recently, this year, they destroyed the Georgia Guidestones. And that was the number one order. They want the population under what, 500 million? Something like that. Now what's that? That's a purge. They undesirables. They call you useless eaters, they call you this, they call you that. And it really starts with Israel, but Esau don't even care about himself. I'm talking about the elite of this society. They don't care about themselves. That's why they have incest with each other. They try to keep the money inside each other. Like, Wu-Tang, he said, my seed, go with your seed and carry his seed. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. The song Treasures in the Glaciers of Ice. You know? But Esau actually has incest. You have a brother marry a sister. That's how greedy they are because the riches do not belong to them. It don't belong to them. It belongs to us, man. The Israelites. You know? And that's why they try to tempt you now because we're poor. We're poor, man. They try to show you things. Same way they did your house shot. Yo, let me show you this. Let me drive you here and look at all these things in the women. Man, fuck y'all. Y'all niggas don't got nothing that we want, man. But this place is done. The women is trash here, man. They fuck everybody. Niggas is crazy. Settle for a piece of ass that's been passed around like a fucking space table. The Lord about to fuck this place up, man. Women is garbage, man. If you ain't fuck a virgin, you ain't have sex. You got hand-me-downs. Niggas don't like to wear hand-me-down clothes. Well, so why you take hand-me-down hoes? Straight up. You don't like to wear hand-me-down clothes. Why you take hand-me-down hoes? Bitch ass niggas. Nah, bro, yo, undesirable. Undesirable.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows
Right.
and great mournings.
Right.
The beginning of famine
Right.
and great death.
That's right.
The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear.
Yo, the power in fear, so why do you think they got the FBI on our ass? You know? They got the FBI on your ass for being a so-called... That's how paranoid that this society has become. And you niggas, y'all trust in this society. I'm an American citizen, this, that. Well, your government has turned on, they've been turned on you, but now they consider you public enemy. You got what, over there in New York City? Yo, China established a police department in New York City. You know? So what's that? Yo, you got the USA debt clock, right? What's that about? The USA debt clock, yo, that's how much money they owe in China, man. They owe China that money. They made movies about this in the 80s, the 90s. Yo, this bank, you ain't gonna be coming to this bank and get no cash out no more, man. You know? You niggas are living underneath a fucking rock. But yo, you have people having visits and things, yo, I'm talking about the past years, leading up into right now. Go up, man, listen, we in some heavy times, man. You know, so the words that's coming out of this book and this Bible, if you don't believe them, you're going to believe them real soon. And you're going to be asking questions, and ain't nobody going to be able to answer your bitch-ass niggas, man. Why? Because you didn't take heed and you didn't listen when the Lord was speaking to you. It was a time when brothers came out here, they spoke to you normal. Yo, listen, brother, try to talk to you. Then, now you get angry, you start snapping, now you're the bad guy. You know? Because you raise your voice, you're the bad guy. That's because you're compassionate. And that's how close you're getting to the end, man. Niggas is fucking out your minds, man. And yo, the same way that our salvation is nearer, same way the destruction of this place is nearer. It's a balance. It's a balance. You know? That's why we pray, man. We pray for the Lord to have mercy on us, have compassion on us, man. That's what you want. That's what you need. That's what you desire. This ain't no game. This ain't no joke. And Satan always try to hop on you. It's wrestle, man. We wrestling. Don't let him get the best of you. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be alone, just like Daniel was in the lion's den. All the prophets, they was alone. Yahweh Shah, when he got put on that cross, he was alone, but he had Simon who helped him bear his cross, man. He carried the cross with him, man. And that represents us. We carry that same cross right now, man. Niggas is fucking out your mind, man. And I can't wait to see a lot of you niggas suffer. Because you don't respect the Lord. And you act like you take him lightly, man. You take him for granted. We made y'all bitch ass niggas.
Start from the top. 2nd Esdras 16 and 18.
Bring it out.
The beginning of sorrows
Right.
and great mournings.
And these niggas don't understand it's the beginning of it. This the start of your motherfucking ending, Esau. Got it.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Cut.
The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right, what shall you do? The same thing you should have been doing. Turn to Yahweh Hashem outside. Ba'ashem al-Chak redemption. Turn it back to him. Praying to him. Yo, you go into our history. Yo, all history repeats itself, man. Like Daniel. Yo, now they're trying to, back then, we was allowed to worship our power. You know, you had the instance when Nebuchadnezzar, the Lord put him in the wilderness to make him bow down and say that he was who he was. Yahweh, the all power, everything. You know? But you niggas right now, you won't even admit that. You praise Allah and all that. Allah has no power. You pray Allah and you still fucking die, nigga. A lot of dudes I know that praise Allah, they're gone. They're in the ground. Got to pose. Once I came into this truth, so I told them about it. You have to stand firm for Yahweh Hashem outside, man. Ba'ashem al-Chak. That's it, man. You don't stand firm for him, what are you out here for? What's your purpose? What's your mission? Death. Because a lot of people on this planet is going to die, man. A lot of people, you making a mockery of the Lord, you think that you're doing something. All you're doing is sitting back. It's like a man that knows Tai Chi, that Kung Fu type of style fighting. You know? It's like a man that knows Tai Chi. So the same energy that you bring to him, he's sitting and absorbing, doing all that. And when it comes time to throw it back at you, it comes double what he gave to you, what you gave to him. Because he absorbed it and he sends it back because his energy is on that energy. And it'll fucking blow your socks off. Look it up. Tai Chi. The Tai Chi type of fighting. I think Jet Li did that. You know? Tai Chi, that's a fighting stance. That's where it came from. It came from Israel. Everything. Jacob is the former of everything, man. All things on this planet, Jacob is the former of, man. You know? So there's nothing new underneath the sun. That's all.
This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 25. This was Moses. It says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
That's right. And what we do, we choose to suffer affliction with our people. But you got sellouts here. What they do, they want to play basketball. And all it is for entertainment. What's that? It's Psalms 37, if I'm not mistaken. But it says those that require of us those that basically took us into captivity, they require of us mirth. You know? So mirth is entertainment. And everything out here, when I was riding with the brother, he showed me a school where you gotta to go to the school, you have to pay $50,000 a year, a private school to send your children to. But Jake can afford that. $50,000 a year, man. That's some Jake's salary. You know? And that's their salary, and they can't even afford to pay their bills. But you can afford to send your child to school for $50,000 a year? That's crazy. How much money are you making? If you can send, that's a person's salary. $50,000 a year is a person's salary. Then the whole year. And you can send your child to school for that. How much money are you making? But and that's what Esau do. He send his children. But what he'll do? Oh, this nigga know how to play ball. We need to win the team. We need to win the sports event. We need to win it, so they give you scholarships and they bring your black ass in there and they have you play ball for them. Why? Because you're entertainment, man. That's all they look at you as, man. You know? That's how they look at you. Entertainment. That's all you niggas is, man. A circus act. But the Lord is about to shut all that down, man. And what the nigga woman do? Oh, he know how to play football. He plays back. Oh, he's so great. Yo, send him. Because they want fucking money after they kidnapped you from your fucking father, man. Yo, you got hell to pay, Eve. Along with Esau. But you join hand with him, the vintage and all that, it's going to fail on you, man.
This is Sirach chapter 13, verse 23. When the rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
That's right.
And look what he saith.
That's right.
They extol it to the clouds.
That's right.
But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbled, they will help to overthrow him.
That's right. And yo, man, they try to shut you down. As soon as you open your mouth, yo, let LeBron James come out here and stand on this corner or whatever. Oh, snap, that's LeBron James. Let me get your autograph. Oh, you got the Bible? What are you talking about? But you get a man in these rags, this is what they represent. This represents mourning because we're in mourning. We're not happy, man. We're not happy with our lives. If you're happy with your life, you're a fucking asshole. Because you don't understand what's going on. And you don't understand what's about to happen, man. You know? You don't understand shit. Which the Lord is about to bring down the hammer, man. The hammer. You can't touch this. You can't touch nothing that the Lord is doing. Everything, every spirit, everything that's on this planet and the universe is controlled by Yahweh, man. And if you don't believe that, if you can't understand that, your ass ain't gonna make it. Because you're going to fool, and you're going to fall, and you're going to fall susceptible to Esau, which is underneath of you. That's the spirit created underneath of you. Talking to Israel. The base, he's the base of all the heathens. He's the bottom of all the heathens. How the fuck would you fear this nigga? Because it's your flesh. And it's because you turned your back on the Lord, man. You even got, you got other nations. The Ishmael, Ham, and all that. They have some type of a sense of, some type of, I don't want to say stability, but some type of order with them. They know there's certain things that they won't do. Yeah, they're heathens, so they do a lot of crazy shit. They don't. The law, statutes, and commandments wasn't given to them, But Esau, they are the fucking bottom. They try to be like every other nation on this planet. They want to be like everything that's not them. That's why when the Lord, after those 1,000 years, when the Lord destroys them and they're wiped off the face of the planet, He's going to distribute them into whatever nation He sends them to. Since you want to be like the other nations, well, you're going to go into them. And you're going to be part of that motherfucker.
Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
See that, so such in their life have received benefits. Going to these colleges, these academic scholarships, these what's the other one? Scholarship, athletic scholarships, and guess what? It's not your father pushing it, but you have some, but it's rare. But you have some fathers that push their children to do that, because that's the only way that they see an out for it. That's the only outlet that they see. Because they're trying to rub shoulders with death. You rubbing shoulders with death instead of turning back to the Lord. Because all this thing, for eternity, you got to think about it. A world without end to a world that's coming to an end. And if you're trying to put your kids through college and all that right now, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? You don't trust in the Lord and you never did. I don't give a fuck if you say I'm an Israelite. I know, man, if you're trying to put your child through college right now, you're a fucking asshole. Straight up. Nah, we still gotta live. Motherfucker, you don't trust in the Lord. Get a regular job, Joe. Live the bare minimum, man. The Lord ain't come out here doing all that, man. And it's always the woman trying to push the kids to college and all that. Trying to push those things on your children. That's why the child support system is falling. It's crumbling. Babylon is crumbling. It ain't too much longer that you're going to be able to get over on the man. Especially a man of the Lord. To start with the man of the Lord. Start with the elect, man. And the ones that believe. How long is the Lord going to be like, are you going to turn his back on you? You got to beg and process. Everything is a process. You got to beg the Lord. That's what we are doing. We're begging the Lord. And we're doing it publicly in front of everybody. So we look like assholes to the public eye. But we really don't. To him, it's righteous. But to y'all, when everything happens, y'all gonna look like the assholes and we gonna be laughing at you stupid ass niggas, man. For disrespecting the Lord and calling him all kind of different names, man.
Just like when people are like celebrities, they got something called humiliation rituals.
Yeah, that's right.
They get humiliated so they can keep what they have.
That's right. Yup.
You know, but what? It says be fools for the Lord.
That's right.
You know, we're humiliated now, but you know.
That's right. And y'all, guess what? We fools for the Lord's sake. We fools. Because we look foolish. Because people can't understand that. Like I think, earlier today, man, a dude said something like that. He's like, man, he said, I believe, man, it was. He said, I believe in something I can't even see. He said, but I believe. And he was on some Christian shit when he said it. I was like, the Lord could be working with this dude. For him to say that type of statement, I believe in something that I cannot see. Christians don't say that. And you had Christians in there, they just do their own wicked shit. When if you just chill in the normalest places, around, because everybody always try to make themselves to be something. All you gotta do is sit back and observe, man. And the spirit will manifest who those people really are, man. Straight up. Always. Never will fail you, man. Because people both, I'm this, I'm that. And people start to look at him like that. But the Lord was a man of no reputation, and he was with the lowest of the lowest. He ain't boast himself, man. That's why you're going to be surprised and be shocked at who a man of the Lord is, man. Because it says what? I will have mercy on whom I will, man. You know? You got something? Not how can you out there with the Zechariah if you don't have it. Zechariah, I think it's at 12. If I'm not mistaken. Just to finish that up, let me go close it out. The Lord, man, I'm telling you, man, the Lord, right now, these are crucial times. The war drums are beating. All right? The war drums are beating. And if you can't hear it, that's why we're watchmen. What does a watchman do? What does a watchman supposed to do? To watch things and warn you on every levels. Whatever platform you have watchmen on every platform. What's a watchman do? He warns you of current events. Shows you that so you can see it. Oh, damn. Because you got people, even on Instagram, Facebook, People post bullshit. You have watchmen on there that post things that you're supposed to see. You like, oh shit. Then you share it. Now you see it. That's a watchman, man. Watchmen on a YouTube. What they do, they come out and they speak the words. That's a watchman. A lot of dudes out here ain't on their watch, man. They're on some bullshit. Guess what? They're gonna be taken.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 3.
Bring it on.
And in that day, when I make Jerusalem a burdensome, burdensome stone
That's right.
for all people.
That's right. For all people, it's stone. That's hard. That's solid. It's a song called Rock Stone. Rock Stone. Rock Stone. I think it's by one of the Marley dudes, man. No, but Rock Stone, solid. What they say, solid as a rock, a burden. Which we just was around. We saw that big ass rock today. When we had council. A big ass rock that was out there. You know? And that's what we are to these people, a burden, man. Great millstone. What great millstone? Yo, in the scripture said it was better that a millstone was hung about his neck. That's a millstone. A great millstone. That's a stone. That's a rock. That's a burden to these fucking people that's wicked. You know? Yeah, this is a burden to us because we tired of seeing you people, our people, be wicked. We're sick of that shit, man. We want you niggas to get it right. But we know at the end of the day, the only way you're going to get it right, you got to be put to death, man. That's all according to Yahweh Bashim outside, man. Bashim Arakabodah. But you rather trust in your enemy than to trust in your brother telling you the truth and reading out the book that was given to you. Niggas is crazy.
All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces. Though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. And verse 4, in that day.
Cut into pieces, man. Well, what did it say? The rock of Daniel, when it hit the foot, it's going to crush it into pieces.
Cut out with our hands.
Yeah, with our hands. Yo, how was that? Yo, because Yahweh did that. That rock, the chief cornerstone. You got it, bro.
That's right. Verse 4, in that day, said the Lord, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness.
That's right, yo, right now. What's going on right now? These people in all these different countries, what are they doing? They're fighting for the crown of this place, which already belongs to us. A horse means what? Power. So they're all in the power right now. But the Lord, read that again, Baba Prashad.
Zechariah chapter 12, verse 4.
Right.
In that day, said the Lord, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness.
Right.
And I will open mine eyes upon the house of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness.
So these people are blind. They don't understand that the world to come is ours. This world that's coming up is ours, man. Though that song from Nas back in the night. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. Yeah, the world belongs to who? Israel. The universe. The Lord created the earth for our sakes, man. So all these niggas, they're fighting. Yo, he's smitten with blindness. He's smitten with madness. Because they going at it with each other. Taiwan, yo, who's going to be the next ruler of that land? That's what they're fighting for right now. When it's already given to us. And why you think the elect is sitting back chilling? Because we're telling you about it. Lord's willing we'll be a part of that number. But they're sitting back telling you, yo, look, man, it's already given to us. The kingdom is already prepared. It's like watching a movie. You know what's going to happen, but you still have to go out here and speak it. And whatever the Lord gives to you, your burden, whatever that you have to be, take it like a man. You know, like Tupac said, it's all over, man. Take it like a man. Niggas looking like Larry Holmes, flabby as shit. Niggas playing hate on my shit. Need a fat dick. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you niggas is flabby as shit, yo. You other nations is flabby, you ain't work out, bro. We've been working out through the spirit, yo, doing our lessons. You're not here in the hobbies and just talking, man. But you niggas is out of shape. Y'all think if, yo, you out of shape because you thought that your world was going to continue from household to household to household. Now Esau, nobody fears you no more. Nobody fears Esau. You know? Russia and America, they both Edomites. So they going at it with each other. Now they're threatening each other. Yo, we got nukes. Then you got other small countries because they see that. So now they sliding there, well, we got nukes too. If y'all going at it with each other and y'all was the power of the earth, the hammer of the earth, yo, we can slide in there too. But not even understanding the underdogs, which is the Israelites. Starting with the elect. Man, it was given to us, man. So y'all can fight it out, kill each other. Like a nigga on the street. When you a drug dealer or whatever, and you see niggas and you know you got this product and they got full of bullshit and they fighting against each other, you'll let them kill each other because you know what you got. So after they kill each other off, now you slide in like, yo, I got this, man, what's up? And everybody gonna follow you. Because everybody wants a piece of that power. You know? They want a piece of that power. And the power is starting with the elect. Ultimately, the Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. Ba'ashim Yahushai. You know? You gotta go.
Verse 5. And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength in the Lord of hosts.
See that? Yo, the Lord of armies. The inhabitants of Jerusalem, man. That's what the inhabitants say. The governors, who are the governors of Israel? The elect. The elect are the governors. They're the ones that was ordained to govern. What govern means to control, to rule. How they going to control you? Through the scriptures. That's why whenever you have a counsel or anything, if a man, you come to a counsel and you don't bring out those scriptures, that's a wicked counsel. It's wicked. If you can't pull a scripture and read it and explain it to your brother while you're reading it, yo, you wicked. You wicked. And you got men that try to do that. They quote, oh, well, yeah, brother, because you know, and then they quote it and then go left field with it. Because it's about their own personal feelings, man. You niggas that do that, man, the Most High is going to fucking destroy your ass, man. And guess what? You a 2/3 motherfucking ass nigga, man. And the truth is not in you. You just learned something and ran with it. And you probably don't even fucking go out no more. Or do videos, man. The Lord gonna fuck a lot of you Israelites up, man. His judgment, what? His judgment begins at the house of Israel. You got men out here that's sincere, that really care, and all you doing is scarring them and bruising them and hurting them. You trying to make them fall out, but you can't. You never do this, man. What the scripture say? You will never be able to pluck him out of his hand. Never.
Verse 8, in that slot, verse verse 7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
So we're not going to go at it with each other no more, man. You see that? It talks about David. Don't talk about Saul. David. King David. Malak the wild. Because why? Why I talk about King David, Malak the wise? And yo, that was a painter's truck. You racing up the block. What the fuck is you going to paint that fast? You know? But anyway, it talks about Malak Nawab, King David, because while his heart was in the right spot, his mind was in the right spot. You know? Exposure. You're in a time of exposure. I've been telling brothers, man, this is the time of exposure. A lot of things is going to be exposed. It's going to knock your socks off. When you find out, yo, like, man, me and this brother, I love this brother, man. You know that. You know? But like, it comes a time, you know, like, yo, it says, it's going to be a man that never was thought of to wear the crown. And you got men up here on this level, and this, that. Yo, because they already thought, who knows if they're going to wear the crown? We don't know that. That's why we out here, man. Why for our salvation, man? This is what it's about. This is what it's about, man. You know? It all comes down to the why. This is tryouts. Anybody that ever plays sports out there understands that. You try out for a team. You gotta go hard, man. You give it your all. You know? There are hopes to make the team. Hey, man, you might not make it. Because it's all about what's inside of you. Your drive, your coach, that's why your coach sit back and watch you. Yo, damn, yo, he got it. That's what you got a coach for. Because he can see what's inside of you. Even though you don't see. And he know when you slacking. And yo, he know when the one that got inside of him is slacking too. And that's why he push him the hardest. When somebody get on you harder, they know what's inside of you. If they just let you go about it and do what you do, they like, man, fuck it. I don't care about it. Or you can have a man that knows inside of you and that they just don't care. They don't give a fuck. Because they don't want you to reach your potential, man. You know? They don't want you to reach that. What you got, bro? I'm about to close it up.
Verse 8.
Bring it up!
In that day shall the Lord.
Now bring it up.
In that Zechariah 12 and 8. Chapter 12, verse 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
See that?
And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. And the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them.
See that, yo? We say you are gods, but you shall die like that. King David slew a lot of men, man. The feeblest one. The one that you never thought about, the one that you picked on the most. Yo, he might have a speech impediment. Moses had a speech impediment. And the Lord gives you certain ailments and things that keep your ass humble. You know? Because you got men with, yo, their physique perfect. And the Lord not dealing with you. Because what? Yo, you got your consolation right here. You wasn't showing off. Every like and all this you get, all that, yo, man, you got it, bro. Can I hate on you? No, I can't hate on you. Why? Because not to the understanding that, yo, every tree has a limb, and every limb has a leaf or a branch. So you all have to exist. But you can't let another leaf determine how you chill on that branch. Because at the end of the day, when the fall comes, or whenever that season comes, because the seasons always come around, that's why you're going to what? Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. So when that season comes around, yo, that leaf that doesn't belong on that branch is going to fall off. All you have to do is exist and keep being who you are and keep telling the truth and be unbothered by another leaf. If you come off that same branch and that same plant, Because guess what? You're going to bring forth fruit. You're going to bring forth that fruit. Matter of fact, you got that bumper this up. And John, talk about the I'm the branch. Says that's that yo, because you can't do nothing without me. That's it, man. The water, bro. The water. You know? Speaking of vines and branches and all that, man. You know?
This is the book of St. John chapter 15.
Bring it out.
Verse 5.
Come on.
I am the vine.
That's right.
Ye are the branches.
See that? Yo, he's the vine. Yo, because listen, you got, what's that song? I heard it through the grapevine. You know what I'm saying? Yo, the vine, it has to come through something. That's a line. When you look at your body on the inward side, you have like your veins. They look like vines, branches, and all that. Messages being sent. So, yo, we're out here in the flesh and everything. You got trees, you can look at that. That's life. Everything is life. That's why the Lord said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father but through me. You know?
He that abideth in me, and I in him.
See that? He that abideth in me, and I in him. So that's letting you know that the vine and everything is connected. You have to be connected, even though, guess what? You got, that's why I said about different leaves and branches. They fall off. You got some limbs that grow on trees. Guess what? They get struck down by light. They fall off. You know? But watch what the scriptures say. You got it.
The same bringeth forth much fruit.
There you go.
For without me, you can do nothing.
That's right. Without me, you can't do nothing. Without your Habashim outside, you can't do nothing. Until you understand that, you ain't shit. But you got men that think, because what it say? The scripture in Proverbs, man's ways of the Lord. How can a man therefore understand his own way, man? You know? You can't understand your own way, man. You have to come from a tree. Why do you think they talk about family trees? He's the first seed that's planted, so he's the foundation. And everything that grows up off of that foundation comes from him. And he makes it go whither so he will. And he made that clear when he spoke it. If he wants you to be in derision, you know you're going to be in derision. If he wants you to have his truth, you'll have his truth. And you better be thankful for what he gave you. Especially being in this truth, man. Don't take it for granted, man. You got it, bro.
If I may.
Go ahead.
Now remember the scriptures refer to us as trees.
That's right.
You know, and what it said that Yahweh Shai was the tallest tree. Now if you have in the forest, one of the first trees, the oldest one, the biggest one, which each other called another tree. All the other trees, the roots, they connect to that main one, you know?
That's right. That's right. What did it say? A nervous system. You know what I'm saying? That's your nerves. It's really like you getting on my nerves. Because when you go, you can pinch anything in the body, you pinch it, you hit a nerve the wrong way, that shit hurts. So when a brother goes off and does something crazy, and the spirits why, the apostles get on brothers and everything. When something affects the body, you gotta get rid of that. That shit hurts. I think they cut cancer out of the body. That's why the Spirit told you, man, it's better to go into the kingdom with one arm or one hand than to go in with both shit fucked up. Talks about yeast and all that, man. The Lord used everything that's around you to speak to you, but you niggas still don't get it, and that's plain and simple. And these are things that you're rulers over. You're supposed to understand plants and all that. You're supposed to understand yeast. Understand animals. But these niggas got so high and mighty, they done lost touch with what the Lord gave you. That's why he controls all the elements. He controls the wind. Who does that? Him. He was able to tell the disciples, yo, you know what? Oh, you ain't fish. Y'all fish today? Oh, you ain't catch? Go, let's go over here. The fish gonna be right here. Niggas is fucking retarded. To go against a power like that, I don't know what's on your brain, man. But guess what? He got you in that position. But go ahead, brother.
Verse 6, if a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them, and cast them into the fire, and they are burned.
See that? Yo, so now, if you don't abide in you, you're part of that tree, because your time is coming where you're going to wither away from that tree, and you're going to be cast into the fire. What's that? The lake of fire, the thermonuclear missiles is coming. And on top of that, the nukes. I mean, the angels coming to destroy this place. You know? You're going to be cast out with all that. Why? Because you was cast away from the body. You was cast away from the vine. That's why it talks about that, how you become a degenerate plant. You know? Have I not planted you a noble vine? You know, you was planted, Yahweh Shai. You was planted under Yahweh Shai. That's the noble vine. But you became degenerate because you went off and tried to be like another fucking tree. So now you became degenerate, man. You went away from your genes. You know? That's why the Most High will destroy a lot of you fucking niggas, man. And rightfully so. You know?
Verse 7, if ye abide in me, and my words abide in you,
That's right.
ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done.
See that? Yo,
unto you.
if you abide, read that again, Baba Kushak, brother. Baba Kushak.
Verse 7, if ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you.
That's right. And you could go to the Lord's telling you, if you abide in him and he abide in you, what is there you can ask for that you're not going to receive? Because guess what? You're going to ask for righteous things. And guess what the elect is asking for right now? We're asking for the destruction of America. That's not too much to ask for. We're not asking for, I want this Bentley. I want a Maybach. I want all these. No, we want the destruction of this fucking place, man. So now we come into our power, our kingdom that the Lord has set up for us already, man. Because he said, I'll go and prepare a place for you. All right? He goes and prepare a place for us. And he's been setting it up. It's already set up. It's already established. It's right here on earth. You just don't see it. Because it said the kingdom of heaven comes with what? Without observation. That means it's already here because it says in the scriptures, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. The kingdom of heaven starts with us. Israel, Jerusalem, and all that is a place, is a people before it's a place, man. And when it starts with the elect, it starts with the elect. The way we conduct ourselves, the way we treat each other. You can be an average nigga out here, but when you act like, when you come into your power, your full understanding of who you are, and you really have compassion for your people, and you treat them as such, that's power. And these people don't blow their fucking mind, man. They go crazy. Oh, how does this brother treat me like this? And they think that they're using you, and they're trying to get over on you, but they're really playing themselves. That's why the Lord said, if a man asks, give it to him. Especially if you're getting blessed, you bless another man. Because that's between him and Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Ba'ashim Arachak with Dash. No? Some more on that, brother? About to close it up.
It says verse 9. Verse 8 is like, herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit,
That's right.
so shall ye be my disciples.
See that? You bear much fruit, so you be his disciples, man. That's how we know. You're going to bear much fruit, and guess what? You might not even see what fruit you bear, because, yo, we in the time we got the internet and all that. No, you just, all you do is you throw the seed out there. That's bearing fruit. You ain't just obtain the knowledge and keep it to yourself and don't tell nobody. Now that's what the scripture's talking about when it's talking about thou fool. You know, talking about the parable, what's that, the penny and everything. When you went, he hired you when you go out, and he hired you to go do a job, and you was like, no, the talent. And you're like, oh nah, Lord, I just kept it for you because I know, nah, man. That's why he took that talent from you and gave it to a man that's greater than you, man. You know? But it say, go tell it on the mountain, man. When you know this truth, you supposed to open your fucking mouth and go declare it, man. You don't hide it like Jeremiah said. It's like fire shut up in my bones. So when you know the truth, you got a fire. You can't contain it. You got to release it. Like if you got a fire in a house, what's the first thing the firefighters do? They come, bust the windows open so the fire can breathe and it can come out. So when the fire is inside of you and the Lord wakes you up, he busts the windows in your brain, so you have to release it, man. And you spit that fire to somebody else, you start doing the same thing. When Babylon is over, man, it's done. War is in the air. You don't need, that's the elephant in the room, man. You know you got Russia, Ukraine, now all these different other wars, proxy wars and all that. The MOT to the B is coming real soon, man. Real soon. The Lord's about to be mandatory, man. Lord's winning early next year. I hope next month. I hope next week. So we get the fuck out of here, man. No? And with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostle and others of the great millstone, charges of truth. Out of the citations to the elect. To the men that died doing the work, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, and they shall arise first, man. Lord's willing to be edified. To next week, we're going to send Mawafo Bible Ball. Shalom. Kwame Asarali. Back to America.